Uh, Welcome to my fourth tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be talking about a model. So, in previous tutorial, we make an array to store all the articles named here, and we render those articles into the view. And this time, we'll make a model, and we'll make a migration, and we'll store articles into the database, and we'll retrieve those those data, and we'll try to show that data into a view. Okay, so first of all, run the project, and we have already discussed that to run the project we have to simply type php audition solve. And how can we make a model, and how can we make a migration, we'll be discuss about this. Simply type php audition and just click enter. In here you can see that there is a make migration, there is a make model. That means we can simply write php audition make migration. Let's make a table first. Make migration name, create articles table. Okay, so let's create this table here, and let's go to the database. Let's go to the migration. You'll see here a table that is a migration that is already been created. So let's simply copy this, paste it here, or if you want then you can simply type it to here. Simply copy this and simply type paste here. Okay, let's delete this all. Let's delete this up to here, and our table name will be articles. So just write here articles. Just type here articles. Okay, and dollar table, and we'll keep one value that will be string, that is subject, and it will be in a string. Yeah, next is table, and that will be in, again, let's not keep in a string, let's keep in text. Okay, for a description, right? For the description we have to keep in text. I think description must be in text. Yep. And then let's write here description for this, or main articles, main body, listed body, not description. Let's put here body. Okay, and then dollar table, and we can simply give it a integer. You can simply give integer and provide here user id. Yeah, and then this will be unsigned. Yeah, and let's give it index 2 for the search, and let's make a relation here. Yeah, for the table user id. That means the table will be a foreign, f-r-e-i-z-n, foreign. Which column will be foreign? Here user id will be a foreign key, and this will reference references references to the id of user. I mean to say this id, right? Id on what? Users means a table name, users table, right? In users table references on id. Yeah, and then just type here on. Okay, update. Let's type a cascade, and on delete, right? So let's put here cascade. And what the meaning of cascade? Are we describing those future? So there are more other options, so not null and others, that we can keep here instead of cascade. Yeah, null, we can keep null, and others, instead of cascade we can put anything here. Yeah, and this cascade means that if we update there, then automatically it updates the same thing, and if we delete there, then automatically here is so will be delete those articles. If you don't want those, then you can simply uh, remove cascade. You can simply remove cascade, or you can simply remove update here, or we can instead of if update you can keep a null and other thing. You can learn about those, yeah. And when I'll be teaching you those in future lesson, so let's not talk for this more. So I haven't created a model. Then now I have already create a table sample. This will be your table. That means in table there will be a subject, there will be a body, there will be an integer called user id, and this user id will be in a foreign key with the reference to id of users table. So now let's make a table here. PHP artisan make model, right? And which model you want to make of article? Simply name article. Remember one thing, that while creating a migration you must have a plural form, but while creating a model you must have in a singular form. This is the standard format while creating model and migration. So just simply create a model here, and you can find him model, yeah. And here we type protected and dollar $fillable. Fillable means what we have to fill, which I mean to say which table, I mean to say which column you give a user to fill it, right? And in here we'll give user to fill a subject, yeah. This will be your fillable subject, and next will be your body, right? Sometimes you may be updating and you may be creating something, and you may store his id directly there, or you can um, chain it and you can make it. If you need filling user id, then you can simply keep here as a fillable. Right now I'll be not keeping this, or okay, let's skip this, and we'll be talking about this in future also. Fine, we have successfully created a model also. We have a fillable uh, here, and will be filling in table subject, body, and user id, right? As a sample of user, you can see here in user there is also a fillable, and in user there will be a name, there will be email, there will be a password, right? If you have more column that you want to fill into the user table, then you can make, you can again write here, as well as you can add here too, yeah. In here also we have name, email, as well as password, and same thing is given here. It's not more difference about it. So we'll be talking about this also in future, because in future we'll be adding a profile picture for the user, and at that time I'll be adding here one column, okay. So right now let's not talk about those. We have created a model here for the article table. We have created migration here, for the article table. In next tutorial we'll be talking about how we can connect to the database, so that we can connect this articles, we can store these articles into the database, and we can retrieve those data from the articles. We can add the user table to the articles, okay, sorry, okay, fine, user table into the database, and then we can retrieve, we can make authentication like user name, email, and password. Then he can store the articles, he can add the create functionality for the articles. We'll be talking about those in further tutorial. Right now we'll be ending by learning this migration as well as model, and then in next tutorial we'll be talking about how we can connect database, and how we can uh, store the data from view to articles, sorry, view to database. So we'll be talking about this, how we can send the response from view to controller, and how controller will handle those and uh, store it to the database. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and if you like my tutorial, then please don't forget to subscribe.